Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Call of Duty Vanguard. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different because we've had max XP weekend for like 3 or 4 days straight. We had lots of double weapon XP, obviously, and as a result, I've been leveling up most of the weapons here within the game, and that's what I do here on YouTube. I'm a COD YouTuber, so it's my job to play the game and make videos, discuss the game, cover the game, do news and stuff like that. But in the process, I have leveled up a lot of the guns in the game. Not all of them, but a lot of them are at max level now, level 70, and I found a couple weapons that previously I thought were terrible, and it turns out when you get the right attachments, they're like secretly overpowered and actually really insane. And the focus of this video is going to be the Einhorn revolving shotgun as well as the SVT-40 marksman rifle. So let's start things off here with the Einhorn. Watch this gameplay here. Does this seem balanced to you? Does this seem just insanely good? Because it is. It's actually one of the craziest weapons in the game. I feel as though if you're playing Search and Destroy, if people actually took time away from their MP40s and their STGs and actually leveled up this gun, that you would see a lot of the Einhorn because it's insanely good. It's like a sniper rifle in a shotgun. It's actually pretty nuts. So let's go ahead and take a look at the class setup here. I'm not too big of a stats guy or anything like that, but this is the class I put together. We have the full choke muzzle for tighter pellet spread with your shotgun. You have the Clouser here, which is going to give you even more damage range. You have large iron sights. You can use wherever you want for an optical, but I actually find that the large iron sights are good. You can straight up put a sniper scope on this thing and it would work, but of course you lose all your peripheral vision. Just use iron sights. You can kill people 100 yards away or 1 foot away. It doesn't really matter. The VDD stock, we have sleight of hand as well as fully loaded because believe it or not, you're actually going to need all that ammo. The stippled grip, the 12 gauge 5-round cylinder. Most importantly, the slug ammo type. That's what gives it the insane range, as well as the M1930 Strife angled underbarrel grip. So basically the build here is to give your gun as much range and as little recoil as possible. And yeah, I think the gameplay pretty much speaks for itself. It's pretty much a sniper and shotgun form. It's really good up close. It's really good at a range. Now obviously you have a slug, so hip firing with this is not going to work. Up close you may struggle every now and then, but in general, medium to long range, this shotgun is absolutely insane. It just one-shots everything, and honestly, it's one of the most fun guns to use in the entire game once you get the right setup. Definitely pretty cool. Now, the next weapon setup, you may have heard about this already, but it's going to be the SVT-40. This may be a different setup than other people tend to use online, but here you go. You have the F8 stabilizer, you have the... oh man, don't make me pronounce that, but the 800mm barrel there, whatever optic sight you want, the crown padded stock, the vital proficiency, that's very important, fully loaded for more ammo, the stippled grip for your rear grip, lengthened for your ammo type, and then the bipod. Now the two most important attachments would be that 800mm barrel as well as the vital proficiency, because as you can see here from the gameplay, the SVT with the right attachments basically becomes, again, a sniper rifle. It becomes a one-shot kill marksman rifle, even to the chest. Occasionally you'll get hit markers if you hit them in like the hand or like the lower arms. Maybe if you get them in the stomach or below, then maybe it won't be a one-hit kill, but most of the time, stomach, chest, head, neck, stuff like that, shoulders even, the SVT is a one-shot kill, and it makes it one of the best snipers in the game. It kind of feels like the PTRS a little bit, the anti-tank rifle. I started leveling that gun up the other day, and that sniper seems like the best sniper in the game, but if you're looking to snipe without sniping, well, here you go. The SVT is actually a monster, which is pretty cool because, again, when I first started up my leveling journey here, I think I've done all the SMGs, all the assault rifles, all the shotguns, all the marksman rifles. I'm done with half the snipers. I only have a few assault rifles to go. I still have the pistols and things to mess around with. But when I was like starting my leveling journey here in this game and leveling up all the weapons, the Einhorn was by far my least favorite shotgun. The combat shotgun's obviously broken. The double barrel, it's okay, but then once you get akimbo, it's broken. You look at the Gracie auto shotgun. That gun's insane, especially once you get attachments. With the Einhorn, even when I leveled it up, I'm like, this thing is just really not all that good, and it takes forever and a half to reload. Well, it turns out I was using it wrong. Once you level it up, which will be painful, don't get me wrong, but it will be painful leveling up that gun, but once you get there, and you put slug on it, and you build it for range, and you make it so you're accurate. Basically, accuracy and range. That's what you build your weapon for, and then suddenly, it's insane. It's one of the coolest guns in the entire game. The same is true of the SVT. I would argue the SVT, without the right attachments, is one of, if not the worst gun in the entire game. It's a marksman rifle that's like a 2 to 3 shot kill that has massive recoil, and it just sucks. But then suddenly, you get that 800mm barrel, and you get the vital proficiency, and then suddenly, it's basically like I don't even know, just like a one-shot kill sniper rifle with marksman rifle handling. It's really freaking good. So there you have it, guys. Just 2 class setups that I've been using as of late while I've been grinding shipment nonstop and playing on different maps and stuff like that, leveling up during double weapon XP. I still, of course, am going for atomic camo because that's something I wanted to do with this game. It's unfortunately impossible to get atomic camo right now. So basically what I've been doing is I level a gun up to 70, sometimes level 50. And then move on to the next gun. Yeah, I don't have very many weapons gold. I basically just get the weapon maxed out as fast as I can and then move on to the next one. Then once all my weapons are actually maxed out level-wise, then I start focusing on the challenges. But I still have things like the Etra Burst. I still have to finish up the bar. Let's see. I still have the Cooper Carbine. Still have the PTRS. Still have the Car 98K. I still have all the pistols besides the 1911. Yeah, so definitely a lot of weapons I still have to level up here because it takes forever and a half to level up your stuff here in this game. But it's pretty interesting that the more you level up your weapon and the better attachments you get, the crazier your weapon gets. And it does suck, I suppose, that you have to suffer through it because, like, while you're working to make your Einhorn, like the one-shot kill death cannon that it can become, you're mostly suffering against STGs and MP40s until you can eventually level up your weapon. It's like, do I level up my gun to make it eventually good, or do I just take the guns that are good right out of the gate, like the STG and the MP40 and the Type 100 and the bar and things like that? But it's worth it long term. It really is. It's worth it because you get some really crazy setups that can really change up the meta of Call of Duty Vanguard, and seeing how crazy some of these quote-unquote bad guns can get once you level them up and once you find the right attachments, I'm interested to see what the overall meta of the game is going to be like and how things are going to shift, 3 or 4 months into the game's life cycle, 6 months into the game's life cycle, once more people actually have access to attachments like this, once they, once again, move away from their STGs and MP40s. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There is a bit of a different style video here on the channel. Again, I'm not much of a stats guy, I'm not much of a create class guy, but these are just setups that I found out while I was leveling up my guns and trying out different attachments. And actually how I found the Einhorn one was one of the seasonal challenges is to get 200 long shots, and long shots are insanely annoying to go for. But I did know that if you put like a slug on the combat shotgun, for example, then the slug apparently for some reason has like almost infinite range in this game. And so I got my long shots with the combat shotgun using the slug, and so I'm like, okay, well, why don't I just, do the slug attachment for my double barrel and get my 50 long shots for that weapon challenge, then move on to the Einhorn, do my 50 with that, and eventually I'll do my seasonal challenges while doing my shotgun challenges. And I found out while doing that the Einhorn is actually insane. And I'd heard people talking about how the SVT can become a one-shot kill, and even then I thought to myself, like, somehow the SVT is going to suck being a one-shot kill because the gun's that bad. But it turns out with the right attachments, it's actually pretty freaking insane. And I'm sure there's plenty of other crazy weapons out there that you can combine, different kind of setups you can do. Like the bar, for example, can have 2 different things that give it more bullet penetration. That might be fun to try messing around with and see what you can do with that. And the PTRS out of the box is insanely good already, and maybe making that even better. Like, I don't know. At first, I was never really that big of a fan of the gunsmith system. I would say that a lot of the time you have a lot of filler attachments that really just aren't all that good. But now we're kind of seeing the fun of this. Like back during Modern Warfare 2019, people had a lot of fun putting their weapons together and like turning the, what was it called, the Holger, for example, into a G36C. Well, we have kind of the same thing here in Vanguard, where you can do some crazy stuff with some of your weapons and make them insanely good if you let your mind think outside the box every now and then. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Feel free to become a member if you guys would like. You get access to special emotes and chat icons and things like that. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.